From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Well, definitely active out there yesterday afternoon, last night as well, and we take a look at the situation for the rest of the week, and we've got more of this heat wave. We've also got more thunderstorms, mainly in the mountains, but the valley could get caught up in this action here. Really, it's not just going to be one particular day. We could be looking at a chance for some showers and thunderstorms making their way into the valley here today possibly, and over the next few days as well. But the best chances at this point do look to be in the higher elevations. And the heat, it is going to cool off by the end of the week, and in particular this weekend. So here's what it looks like today. It's actually going to be pretty hot today. We're getting up to possibly 109 degrees for Redding. The clouds will probably be coming in a little bit later than they did yesterday, and as a result, temperatures will be allowed to warm up even more. We got up to 106 in Redding yesterday at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then the clouds overspread and the temperature started to drop. I think it may take a little bit longer for those clouds to come in, and that'll allow the temperatures to go up a little bit higher. Even Chico getting up to about 103 degrees. Now for the mountains, mainly in the 80s and 90s, just depending on where you are. But there you can see temperatures mainly in the mid to upper 90s for those daytime highs for both Siskiyou-Modoc County, not to mention off into the eastern mountains. So let's take a look at the thunderstorms. It all came from the south and east yesterday, moved their way through the evening hours for parts of the valley, and then overnight into the early morning hours of this morning, made their way off to the north and west. So I think that's where we're going to see the trend again. Most of it will start off to the south and then work its way northward here throughout the day. The fire potential, there's a look at the red indicating where we have the best chances for lightning strikes. Although quite honestly, I think we're going to see other lightning strikes here down to the south and east. But overall, looking at Wednesday, there you can see in that moderate risk here, and then of course in that low risk out along the coast. Fire weather alerts. It was just for Siskiyou County. Now it's been upgraded to Modoc County as well. This is for your Wednesday, by the way, with the hot and dry conditions already in place, and then the potential for dry lightning strikes. We've got to certainly be on the lookout for that. So there you can see the swirling area of low pressure. You've got all this moisture kind of streaming up. So this is the first batch of moisture. There's more coming in behind that, and that's coming up the spine of the Sierra, and that'll be working its way into Northern California, and some of this moisture here working its way northward as well. So again, we've got this area of low pressure off the coast of San Francisco, right? So what we have here is this counterclockwise rotation around that low, which is what we saw yesterday, and this activity kind of worked its way up around that flow. We're going to see more of this moisture working its way up later today, and not to mention a little bit of moisture developing down to the south as well. So that is going to be another source of moisture that we need for these thunderstorms to develop. Now what's interesting, here's the outlook today. All the areas in green indicating there's a chance for thunderstorms. There you can see all of Northern California. Let's take a look at tomorrow. Same situation. Let's go and take a look at Thursday. Look at that. I mean, it's not changing. Now, as I mentioned, the best chances will be in the mountains, but it's not out of the question for the coast and even the valley to get caught up in some of this activity. So let's take a look at Futurecast. Here you can see today at 3 p.m., just like yesterday, a lot of the activity coming in from, say, Plumas County. So anywhere in Plumas County, you've got a chance for thunderstorms here as we go into the afternoon. Now let's take you through into the evening hours. There you can see it's working its way northward. Now what you'll notice is the flow is more off to the north and west. So we're not seeing as much activity making its way down into the valley. If we see anything in the valley, it's most likely going to have to develop on its own in the valley and then work its way northward. And that's not out of the question. But I think most of the development will be into the higher elevations. Now you can see by 9 p.m. on Tuesday, that's today, we're seeing it kind of dying out. Once the sun sets, we lose a lot of the energy for those thunderstorms to develop. However, there still is enough instability that we could see some stray showers and thunderstorms in the overnight hours. Here's midnight tonight, still some activity kind of out there, especially in the higher elevations. And then as we go into tomorrow morning, it's all for the most part pretty much gone, but the clouds, you'll notice, are kind of still in place here. All right, let's go ahead and take you on into your, this is Wednesday, by the way. This is at noon. You see how we're beginning to see some of those showers and thunderstorms begin to develop already. Same type of situation. See how the flow is coming in from the southeast, moving to the north and west. Once again, it's that same situation where we have to see the development in the valley on its own. It's not going to really rely on kind of rolling down the hills coming into the valley. But there you can see mostly those mountain thunderstorms entering the picture here. It dies out again for the most part as we lose the sun, the daytime heating, but still some activity out there, especially in Del Norte and Humboldt counties. Now, we could still see a disturbance kind of come on up and bring some more activity overnight, Wednesday night into Thursday morning with more showers and thunderstorms, and that'll be the case even into Thursday morning. But now the flow is moving from south to north. We're starting to see that area of low pressure I pointed out early, kind of earlier push itself off to the east. So by noon on Thursday, we're seeing a lot of thunderstorms developing in the higher elevations. And there may be enough instability that we could see some activity, especially around the Redding area by Thursday, 5 p.m. But I think everyone in the valley could be looking at that chance for thunderstorms even going into Thursday afternoon and evening. For now, I'm keeping that out of the forecast. I'm going to wait for a little bit more consistency, but it looks like Thursday would be the next better chance for thunderstorms in the valley. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we still have that chance for mountain thunderstorms through at least this upcoming weekend. I'm beginning to see signs that by Monday of next week, it'll all pretty much be gone at this point. All right, so let's take a look at the heat now. We've got, of course, all the areas in red is the excessive heat warning. The orange is where we have the heat advisory. This is through Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you are. The trend is showing that, yes, we will eventually drop. Friday's the transition day, low to mid 90s for the weekend into early next week. So this heat should be moving out late this week and into this upcoming weekend. Whew, that was a lot, right? Let's get into it. Take a look at your forecast for today. You saw where the thunderstorms are. This is where we're going to see the best chances, but we could see a stray shower, maybe, just maybe, even an isolated thunderstorm in the valley, but I think most of it will be confined in the higher elevations, and not to mention out in Trinity County, we could see some activity, and even the inland areas. The coast, chances are slimmer, but there are chances there nonetheless. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. Just a big mess. It's, again, and I've been saying this and I will continue to say this, if you have to work outdoors, if you have any outdoor plans, especially in the mountains, maybe a hike or a backpacking trip, keep a close eye on the forecast, because each day we will get a better handle on what's expected to possibly happen as we look at those thunderstorms here. So the chances for all of the mountain locations will be all the way through Sunday. Then by Monday of next week, we should see it move out. Here's a look at Redding and Red Bluff and Chico. Slight chance, right? Slight chance for a few showers, but I think the chances will be slimmer than yesterday. And then Thursday, there might be another chance. Now, for now, I'm keeping it out of the forecast, but be sure to tune in and watch my evening forecast. I'll have an updated forecast on that, and most likely I'll be including that chance for at least Redding on Thursday. But notice the temperatures too. They are eventually going to drop. We'd love to hear that, right? Temperatures in the mid-90s by Saturday for Redding, low 90s by Sunday for all of the valley.